What's up, guys? So we just had a crazy day today, Friday. It wasn't crazy for me in a good way. Very, very roller coastery. Got triggered today. Ended up going. Let me pull it up for you. Ended up going pretty red today, but then dug out last minute to a pretty small red day. And what happened was we opened up the gap scanner, wherever it is. Let's see if I can get it. And we just really didn't have much. We had Omex and we had Rito, which didn't end up doing much. So I kind of figured today was not going to be good. So I told myself that I needed to just get green and get out. And so I did get green pretty quick. And I don't know what I was thinking, but then I took a 36,000 share trade on Rito or on one of those tickers. I don't even want to know the name of it. No, it wasn't AREB, OLB. And I had the right idea, bad timing. So I get stopped out and I go green to red. That was the trigger. Then I got back to green for a second. You can tell that was my green trade. I was actually up 3,000 on that trade and then it flushed out. And I had 67,000 shares on Omex. And it was kind of more on the backside. It was looking good. I was trying to hold. And it didn't hold. And so I ended up taking a big loss. But then I fired up on SXTC for the false breakdown. I think it was a W up here. And I hit that with 30,000 shares. Luckily, that one connected. And that one happened on this double bottom here, kind of this W pattern. And I sold that at around 276. That one I was maybe considering to hold to 3. Good thing I didn't. But that ended up being the saving grace today. Which was a crazy day. I tried to extend the olive branch out to RT. I don't know if he saw it, but there was this flare up of what was going. What's going on? Why are people calling me a nut job or whatever? So things fired up, and I tried to reach out, and the simple point is, guys. It's not about who invented what as far as it comes to MMU or what. It's not about who was trading longer. It's what I've always said is it's a simple point of I started my channel trading live in 22, and among the first people to start watching was the people of MMU, and that was starting in June of 22. We had Triad and Marcelo, and then shortly after, RT came over, Crispy and Yavi, and they were watching every day, and they loved it. And we have little snippets of proof. They tried to delete a lot of it, but I had to save it because there was an attempt to kind of overwrite. They didn't want anybody to know that they even watched this channel, and so that was. What I've maintained is they were among the first daily viewers throughout 22 and 23, and I witnessed them implement the stuff they learned from this channel. And you will see if you actually dig and look at the time horizons of some of these traders, Marcelo, Crispy, and Yavi, there is this common theme of profits exploding shortly after they were watching this, and it just oddly similar strategies. Dare I say? Now, of course, I didn't teach them everything they know, and that's never been the point. Okay, that's been something, a side story that it seems they try to get you on and try to say that I think I deserve all the credit. No, but there is the simple truth of the head guys at MMU being among the first to be viewers of this channel, and they can't even acknowledge that. And it's always this side story, you're calling me crazy. And I think it's just more proof of the fact that, what are you trying to hide? Why is it always, you can't even talk about watching my channel. It's always, oh, well, I was doing this longer, and oh, he's a nut job. And it, guys, it does hurt. And I tried to reach out today anyways through the live stream. I don't know if he saw it, but I'm just like, okay. They think I owe them for some subscribers, and that's fair. And I think they owe me for some of the knowledge I put out and they consumed. And I will say, I did watch them adopt what they were viewing on my channel, and they were vocal about that for a time, but very quickly, once the course rolled out, the tune and the story changed. And it changed fast, and it became clear that they were trying to erase everything to do with Farmer. It was, and then, they get upset when I just bring up the history of this channel. Who was here at the start of Trading Farmer? Who did I witness adopt and benefit from this channel? It's not about who invented what. It's not about, oh, you owe me $1 million. Okay, so we don't need to wrap up. Okay, I reached out to RT in the stream, sent him $150. And said, just relax, dude. Okay, this isn't me undermining all of the work RT has put in. He's put in work. There's no doubt, but there is a side to the story that is continually being suppressed, and it's just kind of been reduced to just name calling. And I want you guys to at least hear my point of view, since it did flare up today. So I thought I would at least talk about it, but. Back to trading, since that's what we're here about. We're here to help people grow in their trading. Okay, whether they're brand new or been at this a while, it does take a long time till you kind of turn corners. And I'm hoping we've been seeing some people really turn corners lately. Okay, Anomaly, he's turned a corner a while ago. Now today wasn't that great, but TC Trades, he's coming up, and there's a lot more P&Ls coming in later. As well. Nice week for Hatif. Small week, but it's good. So this is probably one of the toughest markets I've personally been through, especially when it comes to this strategy. And what I did today was a rookie mistake. This is not something. If one of my students did this, I would rip them apart. And what I did today was traded too aggressively. What does aggressively mean? It means too much share size. 67,000 shares in Omex? What the, for example. And even when I went from green to red, okay, that was a miss. That was unfortunate. But I could have just cut it there, and it would have been just fine, even at 1,300. And I kept going. And what's even more sadistic is that even when I shut down and said I was done, I came back like 20 minutes later and I took a huge trade. Thank goodness it connected. Okay. So, coming back to the years here, one filter applied. Let's delete that. It's looking like it's going to be more of a down year. All right. 2021, that was when I solidified my hyper scalping approach. 22. Made 586. This is when I started teaching it. And then oddly enough, all of a sudden there's this explosion of traders around this time. And it's not oddly enough. I know why, and it's not a bad thing at all. And I don't know why there's this such anger and I don't know. Life is crazy, guys. And you guys got to stay grateful for what you got to stay positive, stay humble, and have integrity. Right? It's better to tell the truth and get some flack than to continually be, changing stories and adding this and then distracting with this thing and it just. Sorry, I'm even getting into this. So we're all in this together. I think that's how I want to close this out. We're all in this together. And that was what I wanted to get to RT today, because he seemed quite upset today for some reason. And so I did reach out and send some money. I said, it's all good. And I hope that message is well received. And this is not going to be, I know a lot of you guys like this little drama, and I'm sure it's great for both channels, really. And there's room for both of us. There's room for me. There's room for RT. There's room for Ross. Everybody has the person they like, and there's room for both of us. And it's not about attacking. It's not about I don't want him to succeed. But there is a history and knowledge that has been shared from this channel, and it's not a bad thing. It's not, and I'm not upset. So. Anyways, we'll hopefully see a little bit better action tomorrow. We will see better action tomorrow because the market will be closed. But hopefully on Monday, we start to get a little bit cleaner moves, a little bit better action, and hopefully some better trading. Now, I appreciate the support. If you will, please hit the like button, leave a comment. With that said, we will be back tomorrow. Actually, Monday.